Creating a club constitution is an optional task for club leaders at WCC, but it is something that will help your club operate more efficiently and will set up your club for future success, even when you're no longer at WCC. A constitution is essentially a set of guidelines for your club to follow. It outlines everything from what events your club does throughout the year to officer elections. It helps keep your students' club focused on the important things. A club constitution is broken down into sections, often called articles. Articles are the main headers for this document. A basic constitution has a preamble and 8 different articles. For this video, along with the sample constitution we will supply, we'll have 7 articles. However, this is your club's document and the final number of articles is determined by the club. The basic list of parts for a constitution include a preamble, which is an intro statement about your club. Article 1, name of club. In this article, you should abbreviate your club name. That way, during the rest of the document, you will not be writing the full name of the club over and over again. Article 2, the purpose of the club. This should include your mission statement of your club and the intentions you have on campus. Article 3, members to the club. Here's where you outline what specific requirements and expectations you have for your members. If you wish, you could break this down into 3 sections. Section 1, eligibility. Section 2, active members. Section 3, inactive members. Article 4 is officers and their duties. You can break Article 4 down into 4 sections. Section 1, officer elections or appointments. Do you elect officers or have the president or advisors appoint them? You are going to describe your club's process. Section 2, duties and responsibilities of officers. You should define what specific duties your club decides each officer is responsible for. I recommend doing this by position title, not by the year specific officers. For example, the position of VP of Marketing includes, not Veronica's officer duties include. Veronica is likely to graduate or no longer be an officer at some point, and when this happens, your constitution will be outdated. Section 3. This section outlines how long officers are able to hold their positions. Some clubs have a yearly term. Others don't have a defined period of time an officer can hold their position. Section 4. Removal of officers. You will explain how an officer will be removed if the situation presents itself. I sincerely hope, as a club leader, you will never have to remove any of your officers, but in case you do, this section will make it clear what the process is to do so. Article 5. Committees and work projects. These should be the different events you hold each year. You can break this down into 3 sections. Section 1, standing committees, projects you do on a semester and yearly basis. For example, clubs should put down Welcome Day and Club Fair Day, because those are events that clubs usually participate in each semester. Section 2, methods of appointment. This should explain how club leaders are appointed to run committees. Does your president appoint, or do officers each vote on which committee they prefer to work on? Section 3, duties. Outline the duties of each committee and what each committee leader is responsible for. Section 6. Article 6. The meetings of the club. This article is divided into 3 sections. Section 1, regular meetings. You don't have to include specific time and dates and places for your meetings. Just include a general description of when the meetings will occur. For example, once a week, once a month, etc. Section 2, special meetings. You can list how special meetings can occur. For instance, if you have an officer meeting or a committee meeting that was not on your semester schedule, you will describe how these meetings will take place. Section 3, attendance. This section will determine who is required to attend your meetings. Likely you will want your whole officer team to attend all your meetings. Article 7. This article describes the amendments to the Constitution. Here, you will describe how your Constitution can be changed. The changes you make are called your amendments. We suggest breaking this article into 2 sections. Section 1, procedure for amending the Constitution. Describe what your procedure is for making amendments. Section 2, ratification of the Constitution. You will describe how the amendments make it into the Constitution. This process is called ratification. Tip for creating: keep your document somewhat general. Adding too many specifics will date your constitution, and this document is not meant to be changed often. You can find this sample constitution for student clubs in the Documents section of the Office of Student Organizations Campus Connect portal. Feel free to use it if it works for your club.